Hey guys, today we're going to be learning about equations with variables on both sides. Now, you kind of saw this in 7th grade. This is solving for x. Now, in 8th grade, you have two variables on both sides. So that's what we're going to be learning for this lesson. All right, so how to solve equations with variables on both sides. Now, right now, it probably doesn't make sense, but as soon as we start practicing and doing the practice problems, then hopefully you'll get more familiar with it. The first thing is to get all variables on one side and then to get all the numbers on the other side, and then you solve. Sounds simple, it is simple, and I will hopefully show you the simplest way that I know. So here we have, so this might seem kind of familiar from last year. I will teach you a different way. And now with this example, usually have a number and a letter and then plus a number. And on the other side, you have a number and a letter and as well plus another number. Now, let me go ahead and do example 2 first, just so you can see what I'm talking about. So if you see right here, you have a number and a letter, a number, and then a letter, and then a number. So usually that's what you have on both sides. Of course, you have a variable on both sides. All right, so what you want to do in order to solve this is you want to, on one side of the equation, you want to circle a number and the sign in the front. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to circle the number and then the sign in the front. On the other side, we're going to circle the letter and then the sign in the front. So here we go, the letter and then the sign in the front. Now remember, if the x is by itself, it just means 1. That's all it means. Now whatever you didn't circle, go ahead and bring it down. Now what's going to happen is that these two are going to switch places. So these two are going to switch places. All right, so now this it's a negative 1x. So now when you switch places, they become the opposite. So that one's a negative 1x, so now it becomes a positive 1x. This one is a plus 5, so now it becomes a negative 5. All right, so what you have to do is combine the terms. So 3x plus another x, so that will be 4x. Negative 5 minus 7. Now, if you don't know how to solve that, if you're still not good with integers, I need you to use the calculator. So negative 5 minus 7, that is a negative 12. Now, hopefully you remember this from last year. If a letter and a number are together, that means to multiply. And you're trying to leave the x by itself because you're trying to solve for x. So the last step, you do the inverse operation or the opposite. So if they're being multiplied, that means you're going to divide both sides by 4. All right, so x equals, and again, if you are still not familiar with negatives, negative 12 divided by 4 is a negative 3. And there is our example. Now tomorrow I will be doing the same thing, but I will be in tomorrow's video I will be showing you with the calculator so you can see how to double check on the calculator. All right, let's go back to example 1. So example 1 of course looks a little different because it didn't have a number on this side. So what we want to do is we're going to circle the one with the letter on this side, and we're going to circle the number on this side. They have no signs in the front, so automatically that makes them what? A negative. A positive. All right, bring down whatever you didn't circle. Now these two are going to, oops, I did it again. These two are going to switch places. Again, if you haven't catched that, we want all the numbers on one side, we want all the variables on the other side. So here it's 100. It's a positive 100, so it switches to the other side. It becomes a negative 100. This is a 40x, so the opposite of 40x is negative 40x. All right, now we're going to do here negative 40 plus 15, negative 40 plus 15. I'm going to give you a few moments to think about that one. Negative 40 plus 15. What do you guys think that is? Now, if I want to check, I do want to subtract here. I don't have a calculator on hand. Oops. So it is a negative 25x. All right. So if you don't have a calculator on hand, and if you know about negatives, then you can definitely do what I did. Negative 40x plus 15 is a negative 25. So negative 100. And then last step, these are being multiplied. So the opposite of multiplication is to divide. So x, so negative 100 divided by negative 25. Again, if you have a calculator, you're still not good with negatives, you can still use your calculator. So negative 100 divided by negative 25 is 4. All right. And again, tomorrow I will show you how to double check on the calculator. Again, guys, you can pause at any time, rewind at any time if you need to look at the steps. So we did that one. And now I'm going to do the last one. Again, you can pause the video, practice by yourself first to see if you understand how to do the steps. So again, what you want to do is on one side of the equation, you want to circle the number by itself with the sign in the front. And on the other side, you want to circle the letter with the sign in the front. So on this side, I'm going to circle the letter. Again, guys, it doesn't matter which one you circle as long as you circle the other one on the other side. So on this side, I'm going to circle the one with the letter with the sign in the front. And on this side, I'm going to circle just the number. Whatever I didn't circle, bring it down. All right, again, these two are going to switch places. Again, when they switch places, they become the opposite sign. So that one was a negative 9, now it becomes a positive 9. This one's a negative 5, now it becomes a positive 5. All right, so 3 plus 9 is a 12. And then 5x plus another x. Remember, if it's an x by itself, it just means there's a 1. So 5x plus 1x, that's 6x. And the last step, divide. Oops. The last step is to divide. So x equals 2. Again, guys, if you need to double check your work, or if you need to pause and rewind, or whatever you have to do to see the steps, please go ahead and do that. If you have any questions, please message me and go ahead and do your guided practice for today. The guided practice for today, you do have to do it on a separate sheet of paper. You have to take a picture and send it and submit it to us. Thank you.